Good morning. Well, I've decided to hyper-focus on today's theme. What do you think that theme might be? Anybody have an idea? There's a real strong metaphor here that's a thread throughout all of these readings, and it's one word. The word is, anybody? Rock. Rock. I am the rock. You are the rock of my salvation. Let's look at, let's go back a little bit and just review some of the things that were said. Listen to me, you that pursue righteousness, you that seek the Lord. Look to the rock from which you are hewn, to the quarry from which you were dug. Look to Abraham, your father, and to Sarah, who bore you. For he was but one when I called him, but I blessed him and made him many. And how about, but who do you say that I am? Jesus asks. And Simon Peter answers, you are the Messiah, the Son of the living God. And Jesus answers him, blessed are you, Simon of Jonah, for flesh and blood has revealed to you, but my Father in heaven. And I tell you, you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church. Okay, so when you think of the word rock, what comes to your mind? Something hard? Anything? If somebody says, you're a rock, what does that mean? You're strong and stubborn. You know, it's really interesting. So stubborn could be like negative. You know, we think maybe a rock could be positive, but there are also some negative things. You know, things we know. It could be an obstinate person. Could be a challenge to you, right? But yeah, I think some of the qualities of a rock are, you know, you're impenetrable. Maybe in this case, when we're talking about God as being our rock, but God is dependable, right? You know that he's going to be there for you when you need him. Now, if we look and we say, and we think about, hold on. Oh, yes. So yes, we say the active word is rock, right? And as a matter of fact, I want to bring up something kind of funny too, because what do you think of when you think of the movie Rocky? There's a whole lot of things in there, right? Rocky becomes really strong, but within the movie, he has to get over all the frailties, all of the things that he needs to address before he can really be the rock that we're looking to have as the hero in our story, right? So again, for us to, so in Isaiah, let's first take Isaiah, okay? The prophet is saying, look to your history. He's saying, look at all the history that you have. Look to the people, look to your traditions. These are the things that are gonna hold fast as a group, right? He's looking to keep everybody together, to make them strong. So let those things that God has given you through Abraham, through all of the generations that that God has set up, and through your faith in that, you can find your strength. And Isaiah's rock, so Isaiah's rock in this is really all of the laws that God has given us, right? The laws for the Jews, it's the 613 rules that they strive to maintain, right? All of those rules that God has given them. For us, we're more focused on the commandments, right? Those are things that are going to help us through life. Those are things that are going to ground us. And So God is really the foundation of this. And even though, so now let's go to Jesus and the reading in the New Testament. And in this one reading, Jesus is saying to Peter, "You're the rock." And actually, if you, I did a little bit of reading, and in Greek, the name Peter is Petros, which means rock. So there's really a pun on words here, and he really is saying, you are the first one to really realize and say out loud that I am the Son of Man. He's saying you're the first one, so you're establishing what I've been trying to get you to understand, right? You are not the cornerstone, because really the cornerstone is all of what Jesus is saying, is Jesus is the core of this whole movement that that is happening. So Peter is one of the first building blocks of this, and he's now saying to Peter and to others, he's really giving Peter a big order. He's saying, look, I'm putting you in a leadership position now. You're the one. You've said it. You've realized it. And now let's get everybody on board. Right? So for Peter, and I want you to think about this as you think about what would it be like? What do you think Peter might be feeling at this very time? When somebody says, "Oh, you're my rock," wow, that's big stuff. So think about how that changes him. And in the same way, I ask you this question about yourselves, how are you a rock? How are you a rock in your lives? Are you, and what is your rock? Like for Isaiah, his rock was those commandments. For Paul, maybe his rock is the grace that we find. And not so much acts, but the faith that we are trying to have. And in God and in ourselves and with one another, right? So what might your rock be? What is the thing that keeps you afloat, that maybe inspires you, or that makes you think about what is important in your life, in your relationships with other people? And I asked myself that question, and what I found was loyalty. You can just choose one thing, but you'll find that even when you choose one aspect, all of a sudden other things flower out of that. Like when I said, okay, loyalty is very important to me, but loyalty to I have loyalty to my family. I want loyalty from my friends, and friends who are really loyal to me are longtime friends. Loyalty in the larger aspect of things, in the way in your church, right? Loyalty to the things that you believe, all of the things that you believe are right, things that are wrong, and that all shapes you and how you walk in the world. So take that word rock, bring it home, think about what your rock is, and proclaim it as you walk in the world.